Okay, welcome everyone that happens to be watching at the moment. We are here today in the SyncLab Media studio at the Foundry Club at Mockingbird Station, and we're very excited to have a guest. Our guest today on our Hangout on Air, Mr. Chris Attig from the Attig Law Firm. Chris is a good friend of ours, also a client. He does great work. The Attig Law Firm helps veterans specifically navigate the claims process, the VA claims process, and benefits that are due them for doing us all the honor of entry. And we're really excited about the late project that we've just completed with the Attig Law Firm and with Chris. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Chris Attig and let him tell you just briefly about the product that we've just released with him, and we're going to ask him a few questions so all of you viewers can understand a little bit more about the product and find out where to get it. So Chris, thank you very much for joining us today. How are you?
Doing great, Mark. Thanks for setting this all up and working through all the technical difficulties on the first round. You guys do a great job. So wanted to thank you for the opportunity to tell folks about our new training package. It's called How to File a VA Claim. You can learn all about it at howtofileavaclaim.com. But the idea is, real briefly, to create a tool that will allow veterans to do something that's never been done before. Learn firsthand how to file, how to develop their own claim, and how to present a claim to the VA that makes a VA rater want to take action on the claim.
Excellent. So why don't you tell those watching and those who are going to watch later why you decided to make this product? What was the genesis behind it and the need that motivated you to go to the trouble to put all of this information together?
That's a great question, Mark, and it all started really 7 years ago when I started doing the Veterans Law blog. I post daily, every weekday on the Veterans Law blog and try to educate veterans about the process, the claims process, and some of the law related to that claims process. And in the course of doing that blog over several years, I've run into hundreds, if not thousands, of veterans, and more than one has asked me, why don't you write something to teach us how to file a VA claim? It could keep a lot of us out of the VA hamster wheel if we knew what to do from the start. So a couple of years ago, I started working on this and testing it with a couple of veterans that had asked some questions, and I shared with them some of the same exact insight that I share in the video and the workbook that comes with this package. And they had some tremendous results. Now, I can't guarantee everybody's going to win their claim. Nobody can make that guarantee. But I will tell you that if you follow the steps that are outlined in this training package, that you're going to set yourself apart from 95% of the other veterans out there. There was some congressional testimony last week on the topic was about the VA's appeals backlog. You know, first we dealt with the claims backlog, and then the VA pushed it on down the road, and now we've got the appeals backlog. And the American Legion rep, who I was really impressed with, Zachary Stern, hit the nail right on the head. He said nobody's telling veterans what to put into their claims and appeals, and so they get caught in this endless loop of denials and remands and denial and remand and spend 3 to 8 years, and in the case of some of my clients, when they come to me, as many as 20 or 30 years in this denial remand loop. And so the whole idea behind this training package is to give veterans a tool that will help them find a way to stay out of the hamster wheel by never getting in it in the first place.
Well, that's great. I know that there's probably I would assume millions of veterans out there that are going through the process, and I know from our discussions that we've had how very important it is to start the process right in with. Why don't you tell just the audience a little bit about what qualifies you unique to be able to deliver this information? I know that through the process yourself personally, being a veteran and having some issues, being in an accident, and having to try to navigate this process for yourself, why don't you just tell the audience a little bit, just briefly, about your background, your unique qualifications for disseminating this information to them?
Sure thing, and that's a great point, Mark. There's 21 million veterans estimated in the American population, 3 million estimated to be disabled, somewhere between 3 and 600,000 caught in the claims and appeals backlog. I myself served. I served in the Army from 1993 to 2004, and jumping out of an airplane, a C-141, I flipped through my risers, and a freak accident ripped my face apart on one of the buckles on the riser. When I got out of the military, I had no idea about VA benefits, and ultimately, by being introduced to a couple of lawyers that did this work, I learned about the benefit system, and so I filed my own claim. And scarring of the face is a pretty simple claim, but it was an absolute nightmare. I mean, I've been to law school. I've read more law books and more legal research than I care to even talk about, and probably one of the reasons I need to get new glasses every year is I do so much reading. But it was a struggle for me to get through that VA claims process because it's so convoluted. And so I started working with veterans, and my firm, all we do is represent veterans before the VA regional offices, the Board of Veterans Appeals, and the Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims. And in the course of doing that over 7 years, I've studied thousands, literally thousands of veterans' claims files and represented more veterans in this process, the appeals process, than I can count. Because I can see all of these claims and all of these different types of appeals, I have an advantage over the individual veteran. I get to see what vets do. I get to see what they do right. I get to see what they do wrong. I get to see what the VA does right, which every once in a while happens. I get to see what the VA does wrong. You can't see that in your one individual claim. If you're a veteran filing a claim, all you've got is the experience of your buddies, what you might find sniffing around on the internet. When you take a look at this training package, you're getting the benefit of somebody that has traveled this path, not only for his own claim and appeal, but also for hundreds, if not thousands, of veterans filing claims and appeals before the VA regional offices, the BVA, and the Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims.
Well, that's great. I know that even without myself being a veteran, I certainly I have several family members that are veterans. My dad, in particular, is having health issues now, and he relies solely on the VA medical system for his care. And I have to say, the one here in Dallas has done a really great job with him. They've got a lot of really great specialists that he's been able to see, and it's helped him out a lot. I'm not aware necessarily of any of the problems that were, about some of the medical centers and other places. I know that he's gotten really good care there, but and that's been great for him. But even he was sharing some of the information that I learned by us producing this product and that he had never heard of, and he's been dealing with the VA system for over 30 years. So why don't you talk a little bit and let the audience know a little bit just all what is included in this package, because it's not just a video, so much other content that goes along with this, and especially the workbook. I was really amazed looking through just the sheer volume of resources that are available workbooks. So why don't you explain that a little bit to the audience?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I just want to real quick echo what you said about Dallas VA Medical Center. Those of you that know, 5 to 10 years ago, they had a pretty bad reputation. And their new director has come in and done some really amazing things, from being one of the first medical centers to make available daycare for single-parent vets or any vet that has a child coming in for care. They've got some place to have daycare for their child while they're getting treatment. That was really a unique thing they did in Dallas and signaled kind of a veterans first mentality that we're starting to see really take hold there out in the Dallas VA Medical Center. The package itself is designed really to help a veteran structure their claim so that when a person in the VA, typically a rater or later on an appeals coach or an appeals team member, takes a look at the claim or appeal, that it's more clear-cut and easy for them to understand. Because frankly, there are good people in the VA. There are a lot of folks that kind of shuffle work down the road to the next guy, but there's a lot of good people. And my philosophy has always been that if we can get the claim, if we can get the appeal before the person that wants to do something, um, they're going to take action so long as that claim or appeal is written in a way that they can understand. And so what I've done is I've taken my method and I've broken it down into several steps, starting with filing the claim, where to find your evidence, which conditions you should consider claiming, how to develop that evidence, and then most importantly, what I call the VA claim map is a tool that veterans can use to help organize and structure their evidence and their argument so that when that packet does get to the VA, a rater finds it a little bit easier to understand. And so we've included a video that's just a hair under an hour long, and it is jam-packed with information. I frankly found it a little bit difficult recording the video because we had so much information to pack into that, and you guys did a real good job of directing and producing that to help cull through the most important stuff. But on top of the video, we've got a 50-plus page workbook that has all the forms, some legalese that you're going to need in your forms. We've got my unique VA claim map that's going to help veterans organize and structure their claim before they submit it to the VA. I've got tools to help veterans figure out where to get the medical evidence, where and how to develop the most important piece of a VA claim, lay evidence. I teach all of that in the video. On top of that, you have an opportunity to join a closed Facebook group that's only for members that are using this product so that you can talk to other veterans that have learned something that you may not have figured out, or you can help another veteran that's struggling with a piece of it. And then I'll be in there answering questions about what you read and learn in those materials. And we're going to do some regular live online Q&As going in the weeks and months forward for folks that have purchased this product to sit down face-to-face with me and say, hey, Chris, I've got a question. What did you mean when you said X? Or what did you mean when you talked about frequency and chronology and severity of lay evidence, of the medical condition in your lay evidence? So I'm also throwing in free, with this package, $32 worth of books that we've written. 4 of them. They're 4 of our most popular guidebooks. You can go to howtofileavaclaim.com, sign up for an email, and I'm going to tell you all about what's in it. For those folks that are watching live or that watch this later, if you decide to purchase the product, and there's no obligation, you go on there, sign up, get the emails, let me tell you about it, and you decide if it's right for you. When you're ready to make your purchase, in the coupon field in your checkout, in your cart, there's a little field that asks you for a coupon, and just put in the word Google. No caps, just the word Google, all small letters, and I'll give you a $10 discount on the whole package, just for those folks that are joining us here live or who watch this after the fact. But this package is jam-packed with information. I haven't put out this much content, and frankly, most of this content I have not even shared on the Veterans Law blog yet. So this is a lot of new content, a lot of new material. You're going to need to watch this video several times to really digest everything that's in it.
Well, it's a good thing I've already watched it several times. Getting that thing out, we did a 17-hour marathon the last day getting that thing out, and I think I watched every single segment probably about 6 times just to make sure everything was right. And it really is a lot of very detailed information. So it's a great thing that it's a downloadable video format, so that somebody can pause or go back and rewatch, and all of those pieces that they may not get the first time, because I know it was just that much information. I was load for a couple of days getting this thing ready to go out. One of the other things that I really want you to touch on before we wrap up is the fact that one of the things I think really special about this content is that it's not only for the veteran who is initiating their claim and trying to do that on their own, but even if a veteran decides that they don't want to go through that process on their own and want somebody to help them with it, one of the great things about this, I think, is you mentioned that even the VSOs and other attorneys that are just trying to do the right thing and helping the veterans through this process, it can be a really great training tool for them, but also if the veteran knows this information, then it's a way for them to be able to hold those people accountable and make sure that they're actually doing it the right way as well.
That's absolutely right, Mark. And before I talk about that, I just do want to give you guys a shout out at Sync Lab Media. I know some of my lawyer friends are going to be watching this, and I do want to share with them that you guys do great work in terms of producing video and directing the videos. So if any lawyers out there need help with video, I certainly give Mark and Scott a call over at Sync Lab Media. They're awesome. They have their own studio. They know their equipment, and so all you got to do is just show up and be the talent. But what I would like to say is you're absolutely right, Mark, is everybody that I see over the last 7 years that tries to get into this veterans community to help with this problem tries to carve out this one-size-fits-all solution to the problem. And it doesn't work because veterans come from different backgrounds, have different skill sets. Some folks like to do things themselves. Other people just like to have somebody else do the work. And so that's what this package is really designed to do, is wherever you're coming from, if you're a veteran that likes to do it yourself, believe me, I'm going to give you a step-by-step approach that you can follow to file your own VA claim. If you want to go out and get a VSO to do it for you, and certainly there is nothing wrong with it. There are some great VSOs out there that do a lot of great work in Texas and frankly in every state in the nation. But this video will educate you about the process so that you can check up and make sure that your VSO is developing your claim the way you want it done. And later on, if you decide to appeal, this is going to help you understand some more about the claims process so that you can keep tabs on an attorney. And frankly, you know, for those attorneys that are watching, especially those that are new to the practice of veterans benefits, this tool can help you understand what your clients are going through when they file a VA claim, how to improve it, and frankly, how to improve your own representation of veterans. So it's a multi-purpose tool that can help you just regardless of whether you want to file your own claim or have somebody do it for you. And we're not just going to dump this product on you and then disappear. Once you sign up and purchase it, I'm going to continue to send you emails about ways to maximize the value of the learning you get, some tips about how to navigate things. We're going to go into greater depth and stuff that I really just couldn't go into without making it a 7-hour video. So we're going to continue to work with you, give you any kind of feedback that you need about what you're learning, but really wanted to make this a tool that you can use regardless of whether you're a veteran doing it yourself, a VSO, or an attorney.
That's awesome. So we're going to wrap things up here, and so I just want to give you another opportunity. Why don't you tell those watching how they can follow you on the Veterans Law blog, and tell them again where they can go to actually learn more about this product and purchase it if they want to, and any other information that you, parting information you'd like to give to the viewers.
Absolutely. There's several ways to get in touch with me. I'm all over the internet most of the day. You can find me on Facebook, Google+. If you ever have any doubts where to look for me, just go to your Google search bar, type in Attig, A-T-T-I-G, or Veterans Law Blog, and I guarantee something's going to pop up there in those top 5 search results, and you'll be right on track. But listen, if you want to go directly, if you decided this product is for you and you want to purchase it, go to store.veteranslawblog.org. And you'll see all the books and videos that we have available for purchase there. If you're still on the fence, want to learn a little bit more, that's fine. Go to howtofileavaclaim.com, and you'll have an opportunity to sign up and learn more by email. I'll send you a few emails that describe in great detail what you're going to get in this package, the values, the benefits, some of the features of the package, and then you can make a decision for yourself. There's no obligation to that email. The email doesn't cost a dime. And in fact, if you get tired of reading my stupid metaphors and jokes, then you can unsubscribe anytime you want. But go to howtofileavaclaim.com to learn more about that. If you just want to sign up and get the Veterans Law Blog by email, go to veteranslawblog.org, and again, you can sign up for a free email there. Email just about every day, every weekday, and sometimes on the weekends now. A lot of vets say, hey, send me stuff on the weekends since I work during the week. I want access to that information when I have time to digest it. So a million ways to get in touch with me. Hop on Google+. I'm here hanging out more and more. Facebook. I'll be on Facebook a lot and have been for the last 2.5 years. So just Google Attig, come to howtofileavaclaim.com, and get started learning more about this package. Don't forget about that coupon code, too. Google, all small letters, get $10 off watching this video.
All right. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to join us. Again, we're really excited about this product, and I just let all the so that, and again, even without me being a veteran myself or really knowing much about the claims process, I was just really amazed at the quantity and the quality of the information that was presented there. So thanks again for joining us today. And we'll hope to see you back in Dallas and in the studio again very soon.
Thank you very much, Mark. We're going to change the way veterans experience the VA claims process, and SyncLab Media has been a really, really important partner in helping us accomplish that mission. So thanks to you and Scott and your whole team over there.